Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Uh, let's start to the topic is very interesting optimizing DevOps workflow with Git and GitLab. And I have my name is Shafaqat as sir already introduced you about myself. Um, I got a feedback from my previous lectures that audience want me to speak slowly because the speed of speaking is too fast, so they cannot grab uh, mm, all what I want to deliver to them. So in today, I will focus on this that I will speak a bit slow so that everybody can get into that what I am going to be deliver today. Uh, uh, at right now, we will discuss. Hope my screen is visible to you all. And
Yes, it is.
okay, sir. And the agenda of today is and the version control systems. What are the version control systems? Git and GitLab. What is the difference between Git and GitLab? Repo structures, local remote repo operations, and the most important in all my classes, what I did is uh, that is the demo. Today I have prepared a special demo for you people. I have I have created a GitLab in a VM in my laptop in local machine, and we will get into that and we will settle the GitLab projects, users, continuously integration, continuous deployment, how CI/CD, and then definitely your questions will be taken. So uh, let's start now. Version control with Git. Git is a version control system. Version control with Git is, let me take a bit background that why we use the version control and what is version control. Version control is this that today I created a document. Forget that I am a developer or I am a DevOps, a engineer or something. Forget everything. I am a layman. I create a document, and next day I made some changes in that document, and the third day I also made another changes in the same document, but I forget what I have written in the first document and I want to revert it. I want to get the back the data of the previous version what I have entered, what some values of the previous day I want to kept right now, and some values of present day I want to kept it right now. uh, how that was very difficult. In our conventional system we create a folder with the name of date, that on 21 I do this, on 22 I do this, on 23 I do this. Then I remember in my mind that I do some work on 22nd, 21st, that will be code will be available, or that data will be available in that folder. This was the previous whatever we were doing. But now the version control systems has changed everything for us. We didn't have to and hassle, and what we have to we can say that we have to take all the memory of our hard disk, filled it, and other things. All issues has been resolved using and tools, that is the Git and the Git lab. What are the tools? For example, why we use the version control, that were the backups. I already told you, backup, undo, or refer to the old stuff. And sometimes we maintain some branches. A manager puts some data, and then that draft come towards that document. Drafted documents come from the manager, that was the proper letter, and then that come back to me. uh, I lost it, that where I have to kept it, and I send to the sender with my draft, the previous one. So the collaboration with the teammates and team leads and other things, these all has been resolved by using the version controls. And if we talk about as a developer, I write a code, then next day I delete that code. On the next day, I write an other code, and on the fourth day, I find the previous day I write a code. I should have that code so that I can implement it again, copy it in it, and how I can copy it, I don't know. So these all things has been resolved by the version control systems. And how these have been resolved, we are not going to we can say we are not going to uh, uh, interact what the architect is being used, but we are just going how we are going to use these tools. These are the DevOps tools, how we are going to use these tools, and how we can implement them for our uh, uh, better betterment and betterment of organization. Version control hosting services. And if we talk about version control systems, uh, these are the revisions of version control systems: SVN, CVS, RCS, and the modern one is the Git. Today we will discuss the modern one. What we can say today, we will discuss inshallah the Git. And the version control hosting services. There are two services. One is hosting on our one. Version control can be downloaded and implemented in our computer. And second is the hosting that is being placed on a computer or web server, where we place our data and and get it back whenever we require them. I have implemented web hosting services in my system. I will show you. That is here, that is the GitLab. The third one, in the example, SourceFrog is used, Bitbucket is used, GitHub very oftenly used. People use it, and developers loves to use them. GitHub and Azure DevOps, Microsoft platform, always on the high node. So if we talk about the GitLab user, what is GitLab? And that is a software, and that is used for and the versioning control. And if we talk about the GitLab user perspective, from the left side of this slide, you can see working directory. And the working directories mean the software developers develop some software that is placed on the left side, and after that, that is sent to the local repository, the local database, and further it transmitted to the remote databases, that is GitLab. And here, repo organization, how the Git works. it works on the hashes. It creates some hashes, and then that is if you talk about what the picture in front of you people, that is the master, is the branches. The branches concept is also there. We will see it also in the demo. And here in the master branch, you can see a hashing is the hashing tag is F30AB, and that takes a snapshot. If we talk about snapshot C, then snapshot B, and then snapshot A, I want to revert some data from any snapshot. I will just write down revert along with that hash code 98CA9. Then my all the code that was at snapshot A available at snapshot A time, that will be returned, that will be recovered. Here, remote repo operations, uh, how many operations we can perform on the remote repo, that is the clone. We can perform cloning, we can push, we can pull, fetch, and remote, and many other stash, etc. Many other actions can be performed using Git over the GitLab. And let's start. I was saying that we will see how the GitLab works and how the Git works. I uh, prepared a demo for you, and let's start right now. Here is a GitLab machine that is on Ubuntu operating system. Here, here you can see that is the packages that we can download for using the Git. For downloading the package of Git, we simply search on Google and choose our operating system, what the operating system will have, and after that download for as over here, download for window. If I click here, I have already downloaded for my Windows operating system, and then you can click here for downloading for 32-bit Windows setup and 64-bit Windows setups differently. Whenever we downloaded the Git and install it, then we got message over here. We got two uh, options: open Git GUI here, and this type of Git GUI will open in front of you. And I prefer to work in command line. This type of bash command line will open for Git. That was using the Git operations. How the Git connected with the GitLab? Let's see.
I want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that you are with Atlantic International University in our traditional live class session that is daily, uh, twice, as a matter of fact, in English in the morning and in Spanish in the afternoon. Those are extra learning opportunities which you may apply to whatever field you are evolving in. And today, Shafaqat S is telling us about GitLab, which is a system that unifies people, processes, and technology to deliver products and services faster and in a more efficient manner. Uh, Go ahead, Shafaqat. We are all ears listening
Sir,
to you.
sir, my screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And uh, let's start. Uh, this 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 is the GitLab I have installed in a VM at my system, and that is um, that is a web-based application, you can say, that has been installed on a VM, and I have accessed it using my IP. So whenever we log in with Get,
Let me interrupt you very quickly, Dr. CDK. I don't
sir,
know what we are looking at right now is a screen of Microsoft Word. I don't know if this is exactly what you intend to project, but we are looking at Microsoft Word from your system. You intend to demonstrate to us how to download and install the GitLab system. That's not exactly what we are looking at.
that is a browser. I have
Okay,
that is the web browser
okay,
open in front of you,
okay,
and okay, that is visible.
right. Yes,
Okay.
we may proceed.
Uh, that is basically the GitLab. You can see on the left side home page. That is the
Mhm.
GitLab home page. Okay, and there is menu on the left side. The projects, groups, issue, merge request, to-do list, milestones, snippets, activities. Let me show you. Let me go inside the projects. I'm going to create a project. For example, a new project, a blank project, and after that, a test project. And I made it public. Create project. I have created a project in the GitLab at my system with a built-in file, a file that has been by default that has been received or available. That is the README file inside that. If I go to the repository and click on files, I can see all the files available in my folder. Its name is test. How I can clone it, how I can connect it with my system. I can connect it with my system using clone, then clone with HTTP, copy the URL and go to the system. For example, I made here a new folder. Its name was ABC. At ABC, I right click and git bash here and paste here git bash here. And I want to clone it, clone. That is the address I have copied from this project. Clone with HTTP. I have copied this. Okay, I will show you both the things. Yeah, is that okay? Now I have set some screen issues. ABC folder have been created on the desktop, and then git bash here and write here command git clone. I want to clone the project, and you can see that is cloning over here. Now a test folder has been created over here, and a readme file that has been created at GitLab is available in my local desktop folder. If I want to make some changes, for example, I have a Git and GitLab and I place it over here or create a courses for over here. Then again, git bash here, git status, and you can see it's telling me that a new file courses that xlsx has been added over here. For example, I'm going to add another file in this that folder that has been created on the desktop test. I have pasted here, and once again, when I say that give me the status, it shows course and new K8 master test txt file has been added. Then I want to commit. I want to uh, I want to update these files in my local repository. And also I want to update these files to remote repository. You can see here still no updated files are available. Only a readme file is available over here. But when I command here git push, then this will push both the files to the repository. And you can see these should be available over here. Git add dot git commit space minus m, upload it, then git push. These three commands pushes the files into the server. And now here you can see course XLS and a new K8 master text files are available in my online repository. Okay, and if we want to make some changes over here, let's see. I want to edit it. I want to make some changes in the file made for and when I committed the changes in new K8s master.txt file, you can see in the repository or in the files, I will find whenever I see it, the new file is available, the older file goes off. And if I click on history on the right top right corner, that is the hash, that is the tag being generated for for this change. If we click on the history, you can see initial commit 8 minutes ago, uploaded 1 minute ago, and author just now administrator has authorized and changed it. And on the top and on the right side, you can see that is the commit hash of these all the changes I have made in my project or I have made in my software or applications or files. If I want require the previous one files, I click over here, browse files, and you can see these all the courses and K8s master dot txt file is not available over here. That was the previous hash. And if I want to find, I go again on the files, then history, and on the history I can see initial commit by the author. And if I want to recover them, there are there are many type of methods, we can recover it from my local using the commands on the Git, and I can recover it from uh, I can recover it from my uh, my online repository for right now using GitLab. And I was showing you people about the repository files and history, and you can see I have clicked on uploaded the previous version. See, all the k8s master.txt files are available. The previous version, first time, whatever we have uploaded in this. So that was one thing. Let's proceed further. This is the GitLab. On the GitLab, we can create different projects. Under the tab of project, we can create groups. Here you can see there are two projects in a group, PRAL, and in PRAL there is two projects. One project is backend and second project is test. If we want to manage our user, we can go at the option uh, admin area, and over here on the users, we can manage all the users. Right now, there is only one user. I can create new user using this wizard. And these users are role specific. You can provide them the role whatever the user want. If a user is a developer, you can provide it a developer role. If that is a team lead, you can provide that a maintainer role. And of course the admin, that is the most critical user, uh, that should be minimized. Now let's proceed further. And the GitLab provides CIS, CI/CD, and continuous integration and continuous and deployment, and continuous integration and deployment is the part of the DevOps. So let me introduce a bit how CI/CD is being created on the GitLab. First, we go to the project, what the project we have created with the name of test. Continuously integration and continuous deployment configuration. We are going to do it right now. And for example, continuous integration, the pipelines are used, uh, how the pipeline is created. Uh, let's go to the editor, then configure the pipeline. Dot GitLab dash CI dot YML. That is the pipeline. That is the file that contains the pipeline code. Whenever I commit this, these changes will be available in the project, in my project, and um, in my files also. I again click on the files. You see GitLab -ci YML file has been updated or created. and here a tag has been updated uh, with the update.gitlab ci yml file. I have already told you that CI/CD for CI/CD, the runner is very important. Let me check that runner is available or not. The runner is not available, not working, but I will enable it for this project. Let me check the status of that runner. Hope that will run it right now. Okay, on CI/CD pipelines, when we you can see a three stages has been created for this. One is for building, second is for test, and third is for deploy. If we get into the first and second and third, the job is stuck due to backend connectivity with the runner. That is, you can see over here red. The runner, what is runner? Runner is the agent that makes, that helps out and provides all types of actions and processing, whatever being performed by Git CI/CD pipelines, that is being run on, that is being facilitated by the runner in GitLab. We say it runner in Azure DevOps, and we say it agent. So um, so this is the method to create the CI/CD pipeline, and and if we proceed further, there are some other settings of the GitLab that is being used to optimize the level of security and performance. Uh, let's see a few of them one by one. For example, and there is there there is the settings, there is used for the integration of different type of applications. These can be integrated with the GitLab. uh, I want to monitor all the processes, I want to monitor all the pipelines, I want to monitor all the actions being performed. That can be monitored using different type of monitoring tools that can be integrated with the GitLab. And uh, using using these features, we can connect different type of applications with this. For example, if we talk about a uh, few of them, these are all the tools that is Bamboo, then the CI/CD pipeline, and Datadog. These are very useful trace for the GitLab pipelines data, and runs CI/CD pipeline runs. And if we talk about Jira, that is a project management tool. It provides the ticket to the project manager, and project manager, if this tool is integrated with the GitLab, the project manager just uh, sitting on his chair, just write and create a ticket to the developer, and developer uh, did that work and uh, send it back to the program manager, and also updated on the GitLab with the new hashtag generated, that and the work has been done by this programmer with this hashtag. So the Jira is very beautiful tool. And same uh, Prometheus and uh, slash, that these all the tools can be integrated with the GitLab. Depends upon the what the management wants, and depends what are the requirement of our system. Webhooks, these are used. Uh, these are triggers used to trigger some specific function. For example, I want to call a PHP or any scripting language script from a specific event handler. So this can be used, and the webhook, we just give the URL over here and provide, is that a push event, or comment event, or comment in, if some comment happens inside the repository or files, this event is called. Yeah, the webhook is very useful. And access token, these are very uh, these for security purpose, access token is very important. If we create a access token, we can use GitLab API. If we use we give the rights to a token that can read, write, and execute all the things, but need to know how the rights has been given, how much the rights have been given to this token, that is read API or write API repository. So if we talk about some features of the repository, there are branches concept. In my slide, I have told you a master was written on the top. There are branches. By default, the main branch, we can create different types of branches in the repository. For the setting of the branches, we use and uh, use these, who can push into the who can push into the protected branches, the maintainer can push, and all the security parameters are being implemented over here using the setting of the project, and using the setting of uh, admin tools. But and for example, I want nobody can push into my branch. I am Nobody can push in my branch. So I would choose, here that no one can push into my branch. And if I go there and want to push some data in the branch over the GitLab, that will not be available. That will give the error that the branch is not allowed it to push. Merge request, if I want to manage or merge some some data from some files or some code from one project to the other in the same project, or from one branch to the other branch, that is being used using the merge request. On the merge request branch, we can optimize the continuously integration and continuous deployment pipeline using using different types of conditional features. For example, if the maintainer has pushed into the live into my branch, then only the pipeline should run. If the trigger has been come from from the maintainer, then pipeline of the deployment should run, or then the pipeline of the test should run. Then only testing code should be deployed on the testing environment, or code should be deployed on the on live environment. These all the settings are being performed from the setting tab under merge request and CI/CD. In CI/CD, I have told you the runner, artifacts, and the variables. Variables are a very beautiful thing in CI/CD. We uh, instead of using again and again the same code, we just add variable over here and call it again and again from our pipelines. And we can create pipeline triggers and deploy freezers and token access. That is the same and same access token that I have already tell you people, that access token like that, and the token is used for and deployment purposes. And then packages and registry. If we want to create our own packages and registries on this online server, then we can use this. And monitoring, incident monitoring, alert monitoring, error tracking, all the features are available in GitLab. But most important most important thing is that we have to configure it, we have to use it, we have to configure it nicely, so that one feature does not alter or hurdle provide a hurdle to the second feature.